So I'm just leaving Oxford Services. I'm making our way up to Birmingham. I'm going to make this a little bit of an update as to where we are and what are our plans leading up to Christmas and maybe next year. So yeah, I'm going to call it the autumn update. So being honest with you, this is the first time I've had the cameras out now for maybe a couple of weeks. I have done some work down in London, just a little bit of a shop refit, just to help somebody out basically working. So yeah, I'm currently on the M40 heading towards Birmingham, where I'm going to be doing some more work. I weren't planning on returning to work, but with restrictions in place, and as some of you guys will know, our dog is she's getting very old, and she has trouble getting in and out of the camper, which, I mean, if anything happened to Days, then she's at that age where she wouldn't be coming back from the vets. So it's priority at the moment that we look after our pet. She's been Helen's dog now for about 13 years. So she's a family member. And yeah. Continuing our many adventures, we bought a fire truck back in 2015. Intentions to convert it to a camper and explore the world. Join us. We are EB257. So in brief then, Helen is back in the home area looking after Diz, so that's why we not see much of the dog Helen with the camper, and that's why a few of the recent videos Diz and Helen and we've been using the Land Rover, so that's explaining that. So I'm back at work, going to be certainly at work till Christmas and maybe a little bit into the new year. It gives me the opportunity to earn a little bit of extra cash, and it will pay for 1 or 2 mods on the vehicle. So what we're looking at then, mods in the near future, is I'm wanting a couple of aluminium storage boxes up on the roof rack there. Yeah, so a couple of boxes up there. What else? I'm thinking about having a bull bar on the front end here. So I may be looking at companies to actually do me a full-size bull bar there. So the handrail and the steps work absolutely fantastic, although I'm going to do away with the handrail and have the handrail wall mounted so it can swing and secure the door a little bit more. What I found out in Scotland was that we stopped for one night and I wasn't actually putting the handrail up. So I'm getting a little bit lazy, and I think, well, if the handrail came across the door, it would firstly add security, but then to open the door you would have to actually swing out the handrail, so it would force you to put the handrail in place every time that the steps were out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this and have that wall mounted. Same again, looking for companies to do these. I've just recently bought a Thole awning, a wind out awning, so that's going to be fitted hopefully. In fact, that should be delivered today hopefully. So that's going to be fitted on there. The awning what we've got at the moment works really well. It's a solar awning, and if you're somewhere hot, you know what I mean, the shade underneath it is lovely and cool, how the awning works. But again, sometimes we need to pull up on a lunch break, quickly wind out an awning and sit underneath it. The awning I've got to go underneath the bed, drag it out and then install it, so it just takes far too long. So I wanted to improve that and make it much quicker, that if we do stop for a lunchtime break, we can just wind it out and then bushka, off we go. So yeah, just getting the handrail sorted would be nice. The couple of storage boxes would be nice. Bull bar obviously, and everything around this side. You know, the tail lift for the bike is working well. I suppose one item we're still missing up on the top there would be the kayak, the sea fishing kayak. Maybe I'd like a couple of solar panels as well. I've got that, you know, we're still shy of the solar panels. So and then one last job on the inside would be just the floor. I fitted one of these Chinese diesel heaters in the summer, and I had to run a 50mm heating pipe across the floor into the bathroom. So I've got to put a new floor down, and not quite sure what I'm doing with that yet, or what design I'm going to go with. But yeah, apart from that, everything's alright. Well listen, I'm going to try to keep this very interesting for you. So I've just, on the way in, I've noticed a lot of blackthorn bushes full of sloe berries on the way in. So tell you what, while you're here, why don't you join me and we'll go picking some sloe berries. I said I'll try to keep it interesting, and just made sure to today I've seen quite a lot of sloe berries around here. So a little tip when you're picking sloes is never completely strip a bush. you're much better off picking a handful of sloes here and then going on to the next bush, for two reasons. One, the birds are going to be eating these maybe another few weeks or so, but also if these are tasting a little bit funny, then hopefully on the next bush they're going to be tasting better. So always try to spread your gatherings. So how do you know which are sloe berries? Firstly, sloe bushes have a very small leaf on them, and also the branches will be covered with these long spikes. Now the spikes can be anything from about an inch up to about 2 inches long, so up to about 50 mil. So trying to find a long one here. So yeah, you can see these, you know, that one there is quite a long spike. How do you know when they're ripe? Well, they're going to be ripe about October to November, and I tend to find out a couple of ways whether they're ripe or not. Firstly, when you pull one off the bush and it comes with this little stalk on the top there, they're a little bit underripe, so that's a good indication. So when you pull them off and they're clean like so, then they're getting to be ripe. Also, you'll find out sloe berries are very tough. Okay, they're like little bullets they are. So when they're ripe, you should be able to squash them and squeeze all the juices out of them. So if you can't squash them, they're not ripe. So I've just found another bush, literally 10 yards away from the other one then. So how many berries do we need? Right, okay, I'm going to say an handful like this. We'll do you a litre of gin. You don't have to use gin, you can use vodka, but I prefer to use gin. I don't like gin, I'll be honest with you, but sloe gin is something completely different, so give it a try. I put these into the freezer overnight. That will actually crack the skins on the sloe berries, and then from the freezer they can go into the colander jar where I add the gin. Leave them in there for, I say, 4 week minimum. Give them a shake every day. I tend to put mine into the bin drawer, and at the back of the bin drawer I keep where I keep the plastic bags. So every time I open the bin drawer, these are getting moved every day. And then once you drank the gin, save the berries, and we can do sloe port. So that's quite interesting to do as well. Right, okay, so I've got enough off this little bush here, so I'm going to push on now and find another one. So guys, just a little bit of an update on what's happening. Like I mentioned, I will try to keep filming and keep you guys posted as to what's happening. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed the show again, and thanks for watching. We'll see you sometime soon.